In Umualaucha, the village where the sun always arrives slowly, as if it paused to remember something before touching the earth, there lived a love people spoke about carefully. Not because it was forbidden, but because it felt too complete, too finished, like a story that had already chosen its ending long before anyone noticed it had begun. They were called Adaeze and Chinedu. If you asked the elders when their story started, they would say, before they learned their names. If you asked the children, they would say, since always. Umualaucha lay between thick forest and wide farmland, where the red earth Aja Uhi rose after rain with a smell so rich it clung to memory. When rain fell, the ground breathed. When the wind passed, palm fronds clapped softly like hands keeping rhythm with time. And when night came, the talking drums spoke sometimes in joy, sometimes in warning. Adaeze was the only daughter of the chief, born during a season when the yams broke the soil open with force. Her birth cry was said to be steady, not frantic, as though she arrived already knowing how to stand her ground. She grew into a beauty that did not shout. Her skin held the glow of palm oil and sunlight. Her eyes were calm and deep, eyes that made people feel as though they were being remembered by someone older than themselves. Chinedu was born the same year, during the same rains, in the compound of the master blacksmith. Fire greeted him before words did. His childhood was shaped by haste and patience, the hiss of hot iron, the steady hammer song, the smell of charcoal and sweat. He grew broad-shouldered, strong-armed, with hands that understood how to hold weight without trembling. From the time they could walk, Adaeze and Chinedu moved like one thought, split into two bodies. When Adaeze ran towards a stream, Chinedu followed without asking why. When Chinedu climbed trees, Adaeze watched below, warning him with laughter. Their closeness was not dramatic, it was assumed. Women at the grinding stone would smile and say, Chikdara chi ha, these children share a spirit. Men drinking palm wine would nod. Their love is like water, they said. It does not argue, it simply flows. As they grew, their bond did not thin. It deepened. By the time Adaeze wore waist beads meant for womanhood, no one doubted she would marry Chinedu. The bride price was spoken of in half-jokes. The talking drums practiced rhythms of celebration. Even the ancestors, it seemed, had already leaned in to listen. But destiny rarely announces itself when it plans to ruin something. Sometimes it whispers. The first whisper came during the Manwu festival, the night the masked spirits danced through Umualaucha, reminding the living that the dead do not sleep forever. The drums thundered. Masks rose tall, painted, alive with something not entirely human. Children were warned not to follow too closely. Not every face behind a mask is meant for the living, the elders said. One masquerade stopped before Adaeze. It did not dance. It stared. Its mask was white, cracked like old bone. Cowries hung at its neck, stained dark. The drums faltered. The air tightened. Slowly, the masquerade lifted its staff and touched Adaeze's forehead. At that same moment, though, no one noticed. Another masquerade pressed its staff against Chinedu's chest across the square. That night, both fell sick. Adaeze burned with fever, speaking words no one taught her, old words, broken words, words that tasted like soil and smoke. Chinedu shook violently, screaming that something was standing inside him. The village priest came with chalk and bitter leaves. He spoke to the earth. He poured palm wine. He warned the elders. Some doors once opened must never be spoken of again. By morning, the children slept peacefully, and the village chose silence. Years passed. The secret sank deeper. Adaeze and Chinedu grew into love, the way fire grows quietly at first, then completely. Yet signs returned. Birds fell silent when they held hands near the forest. Fire spat back strangely when Chinedu worked while thinking of Adaeze. Adaeze's reflection sometimes moved a heartbeat slower than she did. They shared the same dream. A narrow path, a river flowing upward. A voice saying, "You cannot cross together." They told no one. Silence is contagious. The wedding date was set. 3 weeks before the rites, the chief's personal shrine, untouched for decades, collapsed inward at night. No rain, no termites, just collapse. That same night, Chinedu's father woke screaming. By dawn, he was dead. When they prepared his body, they found beneath his skin an old scar, an ancient symbol almost forgotten. The priest recognized it instantly and trembled. The symbol of twin Chi. 2 lives, 1 destiny. Never meant to merge. The priest demanded to see Adaeze and Chinedu separately. When he saw Adaeze, he dropped his staff. When he saw Chinedu, he wept. That night, beneath the tree where truth could not hide, the secret finally surfaced. The priest spoke slowly, deliberately, the way men speak when words will never return. Many years ago, he said, Umu Alocha stood at the edge of extinction. Crops failed, children died, fear ruled the elders. He pressed chalked fingers into the earth. In their fear, they did not ask the ancestors for guidance. They demanded control. There had been a prophecy. The village carried a destiny powerful enough to anchor generations, but it was never meant to walk whole. It was meant to be divided. 1 destiny, the priest said, split into 2 bodies so the village could survive. Not twins by blood, but twins by essence. Silence fell like a burial cloth. 1 half was placed in the house of authority, the chief's lineage. The other half in the house of labor, the blacksmith's lineage. Power and fire, voice and work. Adaeze shook violently. So our love. The priest's voice broke. Your love is real, that is the cruelty. He leaned forward. You are forbidden, not because you are related by blood. You are forbidden because you are parts of the same destiny. Tamare would not unite you, it would collapse you. When a split destiny remembers itself, he said, it destroys the vessels carrying it. Adaeze whispered, breath tearing, so the village lives, because we are broken. Yes, the priest answered. Chinedu laughed once, a sound like iron cracking. Then they let us fall in love. They hoped, the priest said softly, that love would never grow strong enough to wake the truth. The elders forbade the marriage. The village mourned a wedding that never happened. Adaeze stopped eating. Food tasted like ash. Palm wine burned her throat. Her hands trembled constantly. Sometimes she spoke to herself, whispering as if trying to remember a language she had once known. Chinedu returned to the forge, but iron refused him. Fire spat back, his identity shattered in his hands. They met once more by the river. We did not choose this, Adaeze said. No, Chinedu replied. But we choose how it ends. At dawn, Adaeze walked into the forest. At dusk, Chinedu followed the river. Neither body was found. Some say the spirits reclaimed what was borrowed. Some say the destiny finally remembered itself. In Umu Alawa, this story is told quietly. They end it with wisdom spoken carefully. When humans rewrite destiny, destiny collects interest. Not every love is meant to live. Some are meant to warn. And always, the price of silence is paid by those who never agreed to keep it. If you stand by the stream at dusk, old women will tell you the air still turns cold sometimes. Miri ana echefu. Water does not forget. And if you listen closely, you may hear 2 footsteps walking in opposite directions, still bound, still unfinished, still remembered.